Dillian, late confirmation of your fight in Saudi Arabia. How much are you looking forward to getting back out there, putting a frustrating few months behind you?
I'm always looking forward to getting to the ring, man. I can't wait to get in there and do my thing. It's late confirmation, you say, but I have been training. Obviously, I've been looking after myself. That's what's one thing I've adapted the last 2 years is not just train for fights, trying to stay in training all the time, because when you're top heavyweight, the phone can ring sometimes. If you're already in shape, already in the gym, you can just you can consider it. But I'll be ready for that.
So you're fight fit, you've been training, but Mariusz Wach is the opponent. How much have you been kind of gearing your training towards him, and when did you first become aware that he was going to be your opponent?
Not long ago, to me. It's probably roughly about the same time as you guys was. But I've been training. I've had a couple of tall guys in last week. Done a couple of days of sparring with some tall guys. I've been sparring with Richard as well. Richard's 6'6", and he's sharp, he's fast, quick. So I've been sparring with him and sparring Tom Little as well. Sparring George Fox, then Charles' son, who's at 6'8". Quick guy, young and full of life. And I've had a few other guys who I've been sparring as well. So I feel good, man. And I can't wait to get in the ring, man. It's been a minute.
So you're coming off the back of victories over Parker, Chisora and Rivas. Does this represent a bit of a step down in quality compared to those guys?
No way. Mariusz Wach's a top operator. Listen, Klitschko couldn't stop him. The guy is tough. The guy, he's got the best chin of anyone I fought. The tough guy. He's very experienced. He knows to look after himself. Way more experienced than me. Way more amateur fights than me. He's fought for a real title and stuff. I haven't. So, and he's not. It's not like he's not over the hill. And he'll be motivated because he's got a chance to arrive back in the big time if he beats me. So, he's gonna be motivated. He's gonna be psyched up, and he's gonna come to fight.
Are there any worries about motivation for you going into this fight? Because normally there's a big build-up. It's a big name that people are very excited about. Whereas this is sort of come out the blue for a lot of us. What's the motivation like for you?
For me, I don't need motivation to fight, man. I'm a fighter by nature. I'm a fighter by nature. I'm always ready to go, to be honest. And I'm enjoying my boxing. I enjoy the training. I enjoy boxing. I enjoy getting in there and sparring. And getting. It was good to get confirmation, getting there and have that buzz and get a little bit of sharpness and stuff. I enjoy my job, man. So motivation for me. I've been fighting since I was a kid. That's one thing. One of the few things I do well is fight. So for me, motivation is to get in there and punch someone in the face. Is not really a thing that I need to psych myself up for, to be honest.
Looking forward to getting out to Saudi Arabia. It's a place have you ever been before?
No. But I heard it's a nice place. We know some people there. Between me and my team, we know a lot of people around the world and stuff. So it's a good place. Just go and do my job, and just do what I gotta do. Whether it's O2, Saudi Arabia, America, wherever, just go and do my job. It'll be the same ring, but it's in a different place. I'd be surprised if it's the same ring from O2 they end up bringing there. If Matt Goodall's got anything to do, it might be the same ring. So it's just a different place, a bit hotter. That's all it is, man. Go and do my job, man.
3 belts on the line in the main event in Saudi Arabia. The possibility when that happens, mandatories will get called and then the belts could start being fractured.
Yeah.
Is the plan for you to sort of be like Johnny on the spot next year, ready for whatever opportunities come up?
I've been ready for a real title fight for a minute, so if it comes up, it comes up. At the minute I'm WBC interim world champion, so we've been focusing on that. But if the opportunity comes to the fight for a belt, it does. But obviously I'm interim WBC world champion, and I class myself as a world champion, and that's what I believe. And if another title comes up, then so be it. But at the minute I am WBC world champion.
WBC champion grabbed the headlines this week with a big knockout win over Luis Ortiz. What did you make of that performance and, most importantly, the stoppage?
It was a good fight. Listen, we know Deontay Wilder carries power. It's no surprise. But Luis Ortiz was boxing rings around him. Then he just out of nowhere, his age just showed up. Out of nowhere, boxing's a funny sport. Every sport when you get old, you can kid your way through it because you got teammates and everything. But boxing, we see it time and time again. Good fighters just get old overnight. They just, Luis Ortiz is boxing good and then he just switches off. I don't understand how you go from being so switched on, so alert, so defensively sound and so offensively sound, and then just it's a basic thing. Someone has had 500 amateur fights. The basic thing, Wilder touched him with his jab, touch him, and he stayed in the same place. I don't understand, you know.
So do you think how spectacular the finish was is giving Wilder maybe a little bit more credit than he deserves for this win?
Well, it's a good listen. I don't like Deontay Wilder anyway, so I'm probably the wrong person to ask to give him any credit, to be honest, because he sucks. You know, he's been keeping me waiting for forever, for years on top of years now. But listen, he done his thing. You know, he knocked out a 50-year-old man. What can you say about it? You know, you can't jump and scream about it. Everyone knows he's got knockout power, but what was interesting for me is the way RUIZ Ortiz controlled the whole of the early rounds and was up on the scorecards, and then when the scorecards revealed they had RUIZ Ortiz down. That's what was more shocking to me than the knockout. I don't know what fight they was watching.
You might not like him, but some are calling him this week the hardest hitting heavyweight of all time. What do you reckon?
You can see why people say that. You know, I mean, obviously he fought 41 tomato cans and knocked them all out. So if I fought the same people he fought, I'd probably have 100% knockout ratio as well. You know, I mean, he's fought 2 top 10 in a million years. You know, I mean, he ain't fought no top contenders. Everyone's the RUIZ Ortiz this, that. RUIZ Ortiz's best win is Malik Scott and Brian Jennings. 1,000 years ago when he was in his 20s. You know, now he's 60, so that explains, you know.
Who's the hardest hitter in this room right now?
I don't know. I don't self-proclaim to be any hard hitter, man. I'm just a grafter. You know, I'm not one of them guys that go around and say I'm this and the other. I'm just a grafter, man. It's a, simple grafter. Just do my thing, man.
Thanks a lot, Bill. Safe travels.
Cheers, respect.